Welcome to the Nerd Party.
I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Daniel Prue.
And this is City Alpha 3.
Hello and welcome to City Alpha 3, a Star Trek podcast here on the Nerd Party Network. This is Darren Moser, joined as always by my friends Philip and Daniel, stuck on City Alpha with these guys. But I wouldn't be stuck with anybody else, as we enjoy talking Trek every single week here on the Nerd Party Network.
That's so sweet.
I want to butter you guys up for the hell I'm going to put you through with another reducing 26 episodes down to 10. We enjoyed it so much. It's going to be a new thing when I can't think of a good topic. At least I'm being honest.
Can I bring up something before we jump into that?
Yes.
Did you guys see the news? And I don't know if this had been known before, but we have briefly talked about it and suspected maybe this was the case. But there was an interview with whoever the lady is. I don't know her name. I don't recall. Who's running Discovery now?
Michelle Paradise? Am I making that off the top of my head?
I don't know. I don't even remember. Yeah. So let's just say yeah. Anyway, they had an interview.
I'll look it up while you're talking.
Yeah, and it was on Trek News, I think. And she basically just divulged that it wasn't. They didn't know. Like, Discovery season 5 was done, and then they were told that
that they're canceled.
That they're canceling the show. So they did get.
We should have doubled down on that cliffhanger ending at the end. Oh no!
They did get the crew to come back to shoot a couple extra scenes, but it wasn't like a massive rewrite or like reorganization or anything like that.
Sounds like she's kind of priming us for don't be upset when it's not fully wrapped up at the end like we want. Who knows?
And in the article, Wilson Cruz mentions that he was already off doing something else, so he wasn't able to be there for the last scenes that they filmed.
I did see a little something like that where all I saw was that the byline of, like you said, they had additional scenes they could shoot, but they couldn't reshoot anything. So it wasn't like, oh, let's reshoot that ending. It's like, well, let's add a coda to explain stuff.
10 years later.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's all a holodeck program run by Commander Riker.
Daniel, I saw this, and look, this is going to sound like I'm picking him on Discovery, and I'm not. But like, I feel like kind of knew that, but it was to me different to see the word, and maybe we already knew this, but to see the word cancellation, because what think of Discovery what you want. It was sort of like, okay, no. Final season, normal. It happens. We don't do 7 years anymore as we're about to do with 26 episodes. But like, I guess to me, and again, who knows what behind the scenes, but like cancellation. So like, this is really the third official series, live action series canceled, right? TOS, Enterprise, Discovery. And like, and again, I'm not trying to dog a Discovery, but like canceled. Like, I mean, it wasn't like, it was, it's over.
I mean, I see what you're saying, Philip, but in a way, though, all series are canceled when they're not continued. Like, Voyager was canceled when it was like, we're going to be doing 7 seasons. Like, I get your meaning more than
the difference between
of like
showrunners and network. I think the showrunners said 7 years because they don't want to pay for the.
Well, also,
there's often a lot of details around the end, like when things stop. But I guess I get the intent of what you're saying, and I think you're right. Those are the main series that were really canceled. Like, no one really had a choice, and network was like, we're done. But in all honesty, really, everything is kind of canceled in the same way when it's done.
Yeah, I bumped against the cancellation thing too, and I'm like, because I didn't think about that, but technically, yes, like this is canceled in the same way that Enterprise was canceled because everybody behind the scenes thought and expected they were getting another season. they were surprised when they were told, "Oh,
right.
by the
That's
way,
the
you're
difference.
done after this year." So like, there's no story wrap up. There's no like.
Bob, why are you taking apart the set?
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't get the memo. We're done.
Yeah, I think that's worse because I mean, and you guys would know the timeline on maybe, because Enterprise, I felt like they knew going into fourth season.
Yeah,
and like it wasn't like, or maybe midway, but like there was time,
right?
Whereas this was like it's
they
in the
knew
can
during
By the way,
production.
no next year.
Yeah.
That just reminded me too of when I think it was when we were in Vegas and Kate Mulgrew was talking, or somewhere I heard this anecdote, but basically when they finished filming the last episode of Voyager, the people started coming in to break down the set and get ready
I
for
remember that.
Enterprise.
For
or
Enterprise,
whatever,
yeah.
right
And she
away.
was like, "Can I get a moment?" And they're like, "Nope." Yeah. I remember hearing her say that. Yeah, I mean, really, it's kind of timely that we're talking about our 26 down to 10, because I think a lot of that has to do with, they were done shooting, because modern Trek, you have to get it in the can, and then it spends a year at least in post-production and editing, and it's not the same timeline as 90s Trek when you were just cranking it out. Heck, there's in TNG era and DS9 era and even some others, you were producing episode 12 when episode 1 aired. Like you had a massive overlap with the broadcast schedule, and that just doesn't exist anymore with the way they're running it. So RIP Discovery, been a good ship, gone farther. I did see a snippet. I don't know where the interview lives, but I saw it was between Martin Green and Tawny Newsome.
Sonequa.
Yeah, Sonequa. And they were talking about, just being, a black woman on Star Trek and in television. And it had some good little snippets. I need to find where that whole thing lives, because I'd be interested to watch it.
They were interviewing each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like one of those sit-down discussions, like
Okay.
Star on star.
Yeah.
I wonder how much like crossover there is, like between like different schedules and like did they see each other on the? Well, I mean, because the other one, I can't remember her name now. She just
Sonequa?
does voice acting. So like,
Tawny.
Does she even go on to like the lot or like the studio?
Well, she's a
or
writer now on Star Trek Academy.
That's true. Yeah. No, I mean, she's very involved in Star Trek, so it's not super surprising.
I think, doesn't she have her own Star Trek podcast, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh, does she? I don't know.
I believe so.
Interesting. Okay. Our competition. Well, then don't listen to that.
Exactly. We're
Also, I don't know if you guys. So sorry to steal the thunder here, Darren, but there is going to be another Star Trek movie. So definitely for sure. They announced it again.
Are you sure?
For the 42nd time. So don't worry.
I highly doubt this statement.
I'm just telling you. Listen, I think James Cameron is going to be directing it.
So in 10 years, he'll predict the technology to.
So I'm picturing like a version of like the end of The Flash, where it shows all the different universes, and it's each one with a different Star Trek 4,
Yeah, that'd be funny.
universe. It's the Quentin Tarantino one. You see go floating by, and you see the George Kirk goes in time traveler, and it's just, how many versions are there?
Or they could just throw a huge wrench in and make a TNG reboot movie, and everyone would lose their minds.
I mean, like, given the preference, sure. I mean, I'm not, why not?
Why
I'd like it. Yeah, I'd be down for it just to see how different
I think enough time has passed. Like, let's see, do some quick. So let's see, the TNG. It's kind of hard because it ended in different times, but
Time.
2009 minus 1969, that's 40 years.
Uh-huh.
But
1987 plus.
But when did the last Trek TNG movie. So when did Star Trek 6 come
Nemesis.
out? That was, well, I'm not talking about
TOS.
Nemesis. TOS.
93 or 92? 93, I think. Was Star Trek
it's later.
6.
It's in the 90s. Early.
Okay,
90s.
let's say 93. So that was 16 years. And so if we do 2025 minus the end of TNG movies, which was
Nemesis.
05?
Well, technically, we'd have to do the end of season 3 of Picard. That bumps our timeline back quite a bit.
2002.
02. So 22 years. All I'm saying is that there's been more time now between the end of TNG movies and than there was between the end of TOS. So I'm talking about like the reboot was accepted with a 16-year gap between movie, original crew and reboot crew. So all that to say, like, it's not impossible to make it work.
I mean, like, again, would I be jumping up and down? No, but like if they're saying the next Star Trek movie is going to still be set in the Kelvinverse, but it'll be a next gen reboot, I'd be like, fine.
I'd be interested in what they did, like who they cast for each of the how they did the Enterprise. Like, I'd be kind of interested in all of that.
Tom Hardy is just the right age to play a nice young Picard. So.
It's mirror image. Would that Enterprise D be like the size of a planet?
Yeah, it's like the Space Station Enterprise D.
I would love to see like Kelvinverse redesign. Somebody has to have done it by now, but a Kelvinverse redesign of the D. I wonder what that would look like. That would be so weird.
Well, especially since the original Enterprise in the Kelvinverse is roughly the volume of the Enterprise D. Like, it is huge. So maybe the Enterprise D is just like the size of the Vengeance. I don't know.
I'm also trying to figure out the pastiche, or like, in other words, the Kelvinverse or 2009. Like, if you've seen the motion picture, it's not crazy is what it looks like. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like 1960s, but the 2001 kind of vibe is just the lens flare. But like, and I know they would probably continue that, but like, just imagine, you're going from TNG. What's that?
I see.
Taking that, level all the way up to 20. What does that look like? Everything's carpeted. The whole thing's carpeted.
I was just going to bring that up.
Carpet everywhere.
Do you remember when the teaser for 2009 came out, and some fans were upset because the Enterprise was being constructed on Earth instead of in space? That would be a small controversy compared to what happened when they removed the rugs from the Enterprise D in the Kelvinverse. There's all just metal
walls,
yeah, right on the walls and stuff. Everybody.
The wood arch like turns into an elaborate. Like it swoops back, but it turns into elaborate sculpture, like right behind the captain. It's like even more like, how do we make this look more like the lobby of a 5-star hotel? Like, let's go for funny. That.
I can see that now. Yes, there's just a fountain right where.
Well, because I'm thinking, they took they obviously modified, and the bridge doesn't look anything like the TOS bridge, but it has the same rough basics, 2 people in the front and 1 person in the back and all that. So I'm like, what would they do? What would they accent and enhance on the TNG bridge?
I'm trying to remember. I mean, the book's over there. I'm not going to get it. But like the original concept, I'm talking about like original, like first draft of the Enterprise D bridge was crazy. I mean, it was like
it had like a conference room in the middle. Like that's where their chairs were. And there was like pits in the front where the 2 con and ops were sitting. I remember seeing that. It had like glass. It looked like the mall. Yeah, I remember seeing that concept art. But that's all. This is great. Not what we're talking about today, though. But that's okay. As we warm up our Star Trek muscles, we are going to be diving into DS9 Season 4. This one's going to be a little more interesting than Season 4 of TNG because we don't really have... There's a couple things. So when we did TNG Season 4, I gave us the gimme of the first and the last episodes already being included and not having to be, being moved. And so the beginning and the end of this season, it's also interesting because it is 26 episodes, but the beginning is a 2-part that is shown as one. So that's 2 of the number. So we start DS9 season 4 with the Way of the Warrior, Worf showing up, kind of important. And so we have the Cardassians and the Dominion threat. Worf's brought onto DS9, and the ending, we have the broken link where Odo loses his ability to maintain solid form. So he's getting infected. I think that's the one where he gets infected, and he's having lots of trouble. So we basically need to decide: are we including those? Are we pushing those off into the other seasons like we did with TNG, or are we having to count them in our 10?
One thing that, and again, it's been a while since I've done DS9, but one thing that struck me about DS9 season 4, what vaguely I remember, was that very slowly, like it was a slow burner. Like it was just like, we're now on like low, barely simmer of the Dominion and the Gamma Quadrant threat. And I felt like theoretically going into season 4, like, okay, I think now knowing now what okay, this is going to get Dominion's going to heat up, turn that thing up to medium, and instead we switch it off to another part of the stove and turn on Klingon, and you're like, what? No, I was doing that. Why are we doing Klingons? And so I feel like there was this sort of like switch to Klingons in season 4, and then we kind of slowly wavered back to the Dominion threat at the end to then make that season 5.
No, I think you're right. It's definitely, I mean, if I were to jump into, like, I'm not going to do season 7, guys. That's just crazy. Like, you can't take.
There's a lot to cut out in the beginning.
True. But let me.
There's like 3 Esri episodes. Easy.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Gone.
Nah, you're not wrong. But let me run through the episodes real fast. So we have in the beginning the Way of the Warrior. We have the Visitor. We have Hippocratic Oath. And I'll do the quick summaries. So Visitor is where Jake Sisko, is losing his dad and temporal displacement. We have Hippocratic Oath, where Bashir is captured with Chief O'Brien by a rogue group of Jem'Hadar, and they want him to overcome the genetic addiction to Ketracel White. We have Indiscretion, where Dukat is forced to come along with Kira on a mission on an old planet. We have Rejoined.
All planets are old.
Yeah. The red filter planet.
Okay.
We have Rejoined, where Dax is reunited with a previous host wife. We have Starship Down, where the Defiant becomes trapped in the atmosphere of a gas giant while battling the Jem'Hadar. Like you said, one of those trickle episodes. We have Little Green Men, where Quark, Rom, and Nog and Odo go back to 1947.
Ultimate baseball episode.
We have the Sword of Kalis, where Worf, Dax, and who else?
Kor.
A couple others. Oh, Kor went to find the sword for the Klingon Empire. We have our man Bashir. Bashir plays a 1960s secret agent, and everybody gets stuck in the program. We have Homefront. Sisko and Odo are brought to Earth when the suspected changelings and Paradise Lost right after it. We have Crossfire. Odo's hidden feelings for Kira surface with a visiting Bajoran First Minister Shakar begins to quarter. We have Return to Grace. Dukat seeks Kira's help in regaining his rank in the Cardassian Union. We have Sons of Mo, where cast out Klingon society because of Worf's dishonor. His brother Kern asks Worf to kill him. And there's also a weird energy being outside of Bajoran space.
Some kind of
energy. Strange energies. We have Bar Association. After he nearly dies because a contract kept him from seeking medical help, Rom organizes the Guild of Restaurant and Casino Employees to union. We have Ascension, a famous Bajoran poet who disappeared 200 years ago, comes back and says he's the emissary. We We have rules of engagement. Worf accidentally destroys a civilian ship, and we have a court case battle. We have hard time. O'Brien's mind has been altered to create a memories of being incarcerated for 20 years. We have shattered mirror.
Ugh.
Cisco attempts to rescue Jake after he's lured into a war torn mirror universe. We have the Muse, while Odo's assistant assists a pregnant Loxana Troy. Jake falls under the spell of a mysterious woman. Almost there, guys. 21. For the cause, Cisco learns that his girlfriend, Cassidy, might be a Maquis smuggler. To the death, Cisco and the Defiant crew join force with the Jem'Hadar to stop a group of Jem'Hadar renegades from gaining Iconian power. The Quickening, Bashir tries to free the population of a Gamma Quadrant world from a plague. Body parts, Quark is diagnosed with a terminal disease, so he sells all his body parts, and then he gets better, and Keiko has a baby. Or no, her baby is transferred to Major Kira because of plot. And finally, Broken Link. Odo collapses and is taken to the infirmary. He discovers he's losing his ability to maintain solid form.
No, not because of plot, because of real life. I think it was that reason.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was saying. Yeah, because it's his fault, Dr. Bashir.
26 titles, not one has any Latin in it.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, Hippocratic.
I was just say Hippocratic, maybe, but it's a little bit of a stretch.
Okay.
Yeah. Warrior? No, I'm just kidding. That's obviously not a word. All right. Well, let's just start off with.
I do want to just a reminder of rules, because I believe we are allowed at least one switching of an episode's order. I believe. I'm just throwing that out there.
We're allowed to switch episode orders, so we could change what episode we want to end on. That's often where we use it. And then, I think let's just go same rules of
first draft,
TNG4.
Yeah.
Well, meaning Broken Link, I'm going to say we're pushing off to, that could be the beginning of season 5. And The Way of the Warrior could be the climactic finale of season 4. So we don't have to use...
what was the season 3 finale?
Was the Circle Trilogy one?
It was...
season 2?
Oh, that might have been season 2.
The Adversary. Ambassador so-and-so informs newly promoted Captain Cisco there's been a coup on some planet. He orders Cisco to take the Defiant to show the flag. A changeling hides on board.
Changeling on the ship. Yeah.
Oh, changeling
That's
dying
when Odo
on the
kills
ship.
the dude, kills the other changeling.
Yeah.
So you do need that, but it's not necessarily a season closer. So, all right, somehow we're magically going to lose 2 episodes in season 3 to make it fit, but that's fine. We can just say that's someone else's problem.
That's season 3's
This is why
problem.
your rules are bad. I'm just kidding.
Because it's a very interesting finale. Like, and I'm not arguing there, but like it's an interesting finale that like you have this 2-part finale where where you introduce war.
Well, but it makes you want to watch season 4. But yeah, all right. So let's do our normal first pass. So we're going to go through and hopefully have. Now this is okay to say you want it, even though we'll refine it later. So the visitor.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think at least it makes it to the second round. It's one of the best DS9 episodes that everybody talks to.
Yeah.
Whether it's needed for plot, it's obviously a side story, but it's just really, really good. Hippocratic Oath. It's not. It kind of comes down to: are we going to be telling a Klingon story or a Jem'Hadar story this season?
I'm going to say yes, but I'll let you all outvote me potentially.
So my thought was there are 2 Bashir stories here between the Quickening and the Hippocratic Oath.
That's true. They are kind of roughly the same, but the Quickening doesn't have anything to do with the overall bigger plot. So keep Hippocratic for sacrificing.
That's what I would say. Yep.
I kind of agree with that. I think I like the Quickening episode. It's a well told one off, but it is a one off.
It does come back later on in the series, but it's not super important. So
yeah. And there's another one where like they're on the station with O'Brien, and O'Brien like knows a secret, like where they're also trying to like save a planet from some disease, which not in this season, but I think that one tells that kind of a story better. Indiscretion.
That's a focal point. It's hard to not do.
Easy. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
You're going to have a hard time explaining why a daughter pops up here for the next season.
I know. Yeah, it is important.
It's an Alexander, basically. Like, you could get rid of it, but it's going to be kind of weird in a couple episodes.
All right. We'll
say yes. I'll say yes for now, and we'll see what happens. I mean, you could look. Theoretically, you could get rid of that character, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, I say we pass. What do you think, Daniel?
I'm fine getting rid of it. I understand Zial is kind of there sometimes.
I mean, you can hand wave it. There's my daughter. Oh, okay, sure.
Ducat went crazy for some reason. Yeah, blah blah.
Rejoined. So,
it's good, but I'm saying it's not needed.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like it's a very bottle episode. A great episode for Dax, but doesn't really move the overall plot.
But if we get rid of it, we get rid of the first
woman
gay
kiss.
Star Trek kiss.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. That's fine. I think it's fine if we get rid of it. It doesn't really matter.
We'll put the gay Star Trek kiss somewhere else in this season.
And I'm not trying to make fun of it, but like once you get to the DS9 Mare episodes,
I was going to say
everyone.
That's true.
It's not going to happen.
Spoilers about those. We're getting rid of them. I promise you that right now.
All right. Starship down. The Defiance trapped.
I don't remember that.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it's the one where they steal.
First I thought it was the ship, but then
it's the Defiant. Yeah,
it's the one where Quark is on board and Zephyr Cochrane is there too.
With the torpedo that's stuck in the.
Yeah.
I'd say it's worth a maybe, but
yeah, I don't know that there's really much.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to die in past 2, but we'll leave it in for past 1. Little Green Men. I mean.
So guys, there's 2 baseball episodes. We can't have 2 baseball episodes because I'm like you
How
do
is
what
this
you
a
want.
Baseball episode. I don't.
Because it's a
I don't
random baseball episode.
I see what you mean.
A random fun time that has nothing to do with anything.
Okay,
because
what's the other?
Our Man
Bashir. Okay.
So I'm just saying, at some point you're gonna have to make a choice between those 2. So if we don't have to make it now,
I'm not making that choice right now. I'm keeping Little Green Men, and I'm just gonna put in Our Man Bashir because they all get to act super fun. So we'll
sort of Kalos that way. If we're getting rid of Rejoined, it still gives you a Dax episode. Now you can get rid of this one too.
Sort of Kalos is not bad. It's a decent
Warp and Dax episode.
Yeah.
Did they start flirting in this one, Daniel? I don't remember.
Maybe a tiny bit. I mean, he probably just showed up like 9 episodes ago. But
they're really cranky. Everybody's really cranky.
It's not a fun adventure, guys. It's like Monty Python level of sad.
And it is a weird ending. Like it's too powerful, and then they beam it into space or something, right? Is that this one?
Yeah. We were meant to find it. We weren't meant to keep it. It's like, okay, maybe put a tag on it. Maybe put it in another cave where we know where it is.
I'll say yes, but it may not survive after this one.
What do you think, Daniel? Yeah, yes, for round 1.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
All right, we're not cutting a lot yet, but episode 11.
Comfort and Paradise Lost. That's a bundle.
We can't.
No, literally not even a choice.
Have we cut anything? Okay.
No, we've cut 2 plus Way of the Warrior.
We'll cut the next one. Don't worry.
Crossfire. Oh, remember that commercial?
I mean, just the description alone.
Odo's hidden feelings for Kira.
Yes. No, we have enough episodes. We don't need any more of that. There's enough pining for Kira. That's fine.
It's gone. Return to Grace. Ducat seeks Kira's help in regaining his rank in the Cardassan. I don't care about Ducat.
I don't remember.
I really don't.
I just don't remember this one. Is this how he gets the Klingon bird of prey?
I'm guessing so. Because we're in the Klingon season, so why not? It makes total sense. I'm just saying,
you guys are like cutting a lot that you're going to have to explain later, but that's fine. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I mean, you cannot cut a Deep Space Nine episode without cutting something that comes up later. So
Yeah.
That
that's
is
just
true.
part of. We just have to accept that as part
That's
of
the
what we're
difference
doing.
between TNG and DS9. Sons of Mo.
No, cut. That's me.
Kern wants to kill. This is when they reprogram his brain, right? Where he
I
forgets.
don't
It's
like
so
that.
weird. It's such a weird episode.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, we can get rid of it.
Bar Association, Union. I think it makes it to round 2.
I'm
maybe.
going to say no because guys,
Okay.
we're probably already at 10. But but you guys do what you want. I'm saying. I mean, it's funny.
Being ruthless.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was told that Star Trek isn't about politics, but I want
Yeah,
to.
today say Patrick's Day, not Labor
Right.
Day. Ugh.
Right.
I want to keep it at least for first round.
Yeah, I
fine.
agree.
I like that episode a lot.
Ascension. I really no.
See, I was going to say yes.
No, but see, I get the little bit it does with Cisco with making him kind of like double down on. It's like, oh well, I didn't want this, but now that you want it, I want it. It's like, it's such a. I like never rewatched this episode. I just don't care. But that's me.
I'm going to cut anything that's Bajoran religion stuff. So I'm down.
We left the orbit of Bajor. It is not in our window anymore. We do not care.
I'm fine with cutting it.
All right. I think we're next in that. Rules of engagement. Ugh, good
I'm going to say
courtroom
no.
drama.
It's a good episode. Good episode. But I'm saying, look, I'm going to have to be a little harsh here. I'll say no. You guys can outrule me.
What do you think, Daniel? I really
do
like
like
this
it,
episode. Yeah. It's I can't cut it round 1. It might die in round 2, but it's. I mean that courtroom Klingon. He's acted his heart out. He is chewing the scenery. He's like, I want to be brought back as another Klingon somewhere because I'm going to be so amazing at this. All right, hard time.
I'm going to say no.
Good
and then you will all say
episode,
yes.
but it's very bottle. I'm okay kind of cutting this one. And it's the annual O'Brien must suffer is really all it is. You know. Shattered
It does get
Mirror.
pretty dark.
No.
It's a dark episode.
Do we even need to keep any Mirror Universe episodes? I don't think so.
Cut.
The Muse. We get Loxana Troy, but the B plot is so terrible.
Yeah, and look, when I say no, I don't want to be like I mean, these are all good parts, but I'm going to say no because again, look, guys, 10 episodes is not a lot.
I'm fine with
you're
cutting
right.
it.
You're right. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine cutting it.
That's not a good episode.
For the cause, Cassidy might be a Maquis
Well, it
smuggler.
has Zial in it, so we have to say no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eric
we'll have
takes
to
an
explain-
interest in blank. Yeah, it's
I'm going
not
to say
bad.
keep it though because it's important Eddington stuff. And,
if it's Eddington, suddenly it's important.
Zial doesn't matter, but Eddington.
Any touch of a Jordan and it's gone for Daniel.
Bajoran religion. I don't.
We'll keep
Bajoran
it.
is fine.
Well, I think we're kind of roughly doing our. Yeah, I think we'll it's probably going to get cut in round 2, but we'll keep it for 1. Okay, to the death. Cisco and the Defiant crew
really remember
join
that
forces with Den Vidar to stop a group. It's one where they go down to the planet, and well, actually, no. I mix this one up with the Bashir trying to save them medical one all the time. Like my brain mixes them together. This is the one where they go down and the Wayun, I think it's Wayun or the Vorticlone, whoever it is, doesn't want to tell them that it's Iconians, but they already know. Like they're like, it's basically about like doing your duty and things like that.
Listen, if Worf had a nickel every time he found an Iconian gateway, he would have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but you'd think you'd have more. Yeah, this is the one where like they're practicing on the Defiant, and we learn that there's no Jem'Hadar women, and like we learn a lot about Jem'Hadar, but it's not really a necessary episode.
Cut it.
All right, the Quickening. I think we already axed that for favor of the other. And that one also gave us more Jem'Hadar backstory. So 2 for 1. That one episode covered To the Death and Quickening. Body parts.
I mean, again, this is, we reserve the ability to edit other episodes of like, if it's just for the Kira is now pregnant. Like that, you can do that as a teaser.
We can stick that scene somewhere else.
That she's pregnant now.
Or could we just like never have her be pregnant? That would be totally fine.
Well, I mean, no, because the actress was pregnant, and we had to explain it.
That's
somehow.
what I'm going to argue for the next episode. By the way, but go ahead. I don't want to jump.
Well, the next episode is Broken Link, which is the last one.
Do we ever have to have Odo not being a changeling?
No.
Well, we've already pushed Broken Link into season 5 if we want.
Did we?
So
we don't even talk about it.
So okay. I think body parts we can. I don't think it's worth 10. I think I got to start putting myself in Philip's mindset of 10 episodes, guys.
Yeah,
it's not very much.
I'm fine with cutting it.
What does it get us down to?
How many do we have? 1, 2. 11. We're actually doing, which I think we were like 13 last time we played this game, so it wasn't too much. So all we got to do is cut one, guys.
I also think you have to think about how to open and how to close.
Yeah. We do. So right now we're starting with the visitor. A little hard. A little hard.
Well, and this is backwards, so you can tell me to be quiet. But I mean, I think for Paradise Homefront Lost, that's either your beginning or your end. I'm going to argue end, but you all can tell me different.
I would say move Hippocratic Oath to the opener because you get a lot of Jem'Hadar and explaining that. Worf's there. Worf's finding difficulty to leave security matters to Odo, so it's actually kind of a good early Worf on DS9 episode. And then, I kind of agree with you, Philip. Make Paradise Lost and Homefront, even though it was episode 11 and 12, but move it to the end. Like, it could really be anywhere because it's such a great standalone, like, moment of the Federation. But what do you think of that, Daniel?
No, that sounds good to me. Yeah, I would put it at the end. That's where I'd put it too. So,
but I can't edit spreadsheets, guys. They're in stone. But
no.
All right, so Homefront and Paradise Lost are at the end, and then we're going to insert some. We're going to move Hippocratic Oath. I mean, it could be something besides Hippocratic Oath, but I think that's
I like it.
I mean, we're not going to start with Little Green Men. We're not going to start with Starship Down. So it's. I think it's a decent start. Okay, so we still have to cut one.
Give us a list.
Okay, just go straight.
So Hippocratic Oath, The Visitor, Starship Down, Little Green Men, Sword of Kalis, Arban Bashir, The Bar Association, Rules of Engagement, For the Cause, and then Homefront and Paradise Lost. So actually, man, some of those that we were like, oh, I'm sure we're cutting this in round 2, like, they're actually not too bad. I'd say of those,
Starship Down's my vote.
Yeah, it again is also kind of covered in Hippocratic Oath. Like, I know we're cutting we team up with Jem'Hadar. That happens quite a lot in this season, but that's not a bad. I can't think of any other one I'd want to cut more. What do you think, Daniel? Starship Down?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Oh wait, I think I mixed this up. Is this the one?
I know, right? That's the problem with this episode. It's like I can't remember it.
Well, let's look it up. Someone pull it up on Memory Alpha.
I'm reading
Okay.
it.
Daniel's.
Okay, never mind.
The synopsis on Wikipedia is not very long. So
No. I was right. I thought for a second this was the one where Odo killed the changeling, but I was right. It was
but it is the one with Zephyrin Cock
it is, yeah.
James Cromwell.
James Cromwell, yeah. I think that's
he's played many roles.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably the weakest. So I would be fine with cutting it.
All right, so let's see. Let's double check we're in the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 and 10. Yeah. See, I'm nice to you guys. I don't make you keep the 2-part Way of the Warrior and take 20% of your episodes right from the beginning. Although I could see, if we had to do that, I'm sure like Sword of Kalis and Armand Bashir are probably out. Like there's a couple low hanging fruits still in the pile. But all right, so our 10 episode DS9 season 4 after the crazy finale of season 3 where Worf shows up, guys.
Worf.
We need a Klingon. If only we knew a Klingon to bring. Oh, they can't do that. It's from DS9, or from TNG, but it works. Then we start with Hippocratic Oath. Where
I always picture in this. I don't know if you remember Death Wish Voyager like I do, but you see it's the beginning with Q2. Who's like there on the Voyager bridge, and he's like, humans, who has more experience with humans? Yeah. And then suddenly Q shows up. That's why we feel like war, Cisco, Klingons. Who has?
Well, we start the movie tradition of, he happened to be passing through this sector, so we just pulled him over. Like, Worf's always
the
right where he needs
sector,
to be.
In the middle of everything.
Totally not near Klingon space, but hey, who knows? So we'll start off with Hippocratic Oath. We got a doctor episode. We got Jem'Hadar. We got addictions. We got drugs. all sorts of things. Then we rip your heart out with the Visitor, as everybody cries and thinks of their father. But hey, we're still a fun show. Little Green Men.
I know,
what happened if they
cleanse that palate?
We go from a 10 to a 1 in dramatic acting, but it's okay because it's all about going back to New Mexico in 1947.
Odo gets to be a dog. It's a great time.
Then Worf, we get a little serious,
Quest.
where Klingon quest for the holy sword of Kalis.
KWUST.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. It's not a Q episode, but it's a Klingon. Then a little more fun, guys. That was a little too serious, so we're going to do Armand Bashir. What if everybody was stuck in the holodeck buffer?
But
you know what? It is a lot. Those are a lot of fun because they let the actors really just get out of character and do something else, which is always fun to see. Then we got, what if unions existed in our Federation Paradise Bar Association?
What if we flip, just for tonal reasons, what if we flip Rules of Engagement next? Since we're going swings and roundabout, I don't want to have two funnies in a row. So let's do Rules of Engagement and then Bar Association.
Rules of Engagement. So Worf accidentally destroys a civilian ship.
The children baby formula ship.
Oh, man. They just happened to be crossing the combat zone. He didn't check his target, and he blew him up. But did he? ? Tune in next. Now I'm just picturing you just finished Armand Bashir, and like the next time on DS9, like prompt comes up, it's like Worf accused of destroying the Klingon babies. It's just. But yeah,
tonal whiplash. That's right.
This whole season is tonal whiplash. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. So Bar Association up. Oh, we're making union. Haha. Then. But Cassidy might be a Maquis smuggler.
It's the person that Cisco can't trust the most, closer than he thinks. Yeah. Next week on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, and then it's like, things were going bad for Cisco. Now they're going to go real bad for everybody with Homefront and Paradise Lost. He can't even catch a break back on Earth.
As say, you can never go back home again. Cisco and the crew find out next week on Deep Space Nine.
And then Odo's like, if my people wanted to infiltrate you, this is how they would do it. Like, that's the audio stinger. Okay. Well, I think, man, I know the Odo losing his abilities or whatnot, like, was poignant, but man, Homefront Paradise Lost packs a way bigger punch as the end of the season, I think. And it's kind of funny. It was movable. Like, it didn't really matter moving it to the very end from episode 11 to episode 25 and 26. But it still tracked. At least I feel so.
I would love there to be a behind the scenes story of like, look, we added a whole actor to our main cast. That took away all our money. It had to come from somewhere. Guess what? SFX. So we can't have Odo changing anything anymore. So we made him human. That's Michael Dorn's eating that money up. So sorry, no more shapeshifting.
I mean, I doubt that's actually anywhere in truth, but it could be. Who knows? On DS9. All right. Well, I think you happy with that lineup, Daniel? Does that sound like something you'd pop in?
It works for me. Yep.
It was interesting. There were this DS9 is a different beast than TNG, and TNG I felt like was a lot easier to kind of hand pick, and we kind of created the overall arc. This doesn't really have an overall arc because DS9 already kind of had that built in. We were just kind of picking and choosing and doing that wild swing of super serious to crazy zany like every other week. But it still works.
In our defense, though this is purely by accident, but I'm rationalizing. This is very strange New Worlds.
I was just thinking that.
It was very back and forth in tone.
Yeah. It's like, they have to sacrifice the child every year to everybody singing and dancing on the Enterprise.
The doctor murders an innocent Klingon. Look, guys, the lower decks. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
There are literal cartoon characters on this show.
Yeah. In human form. Yeah. It's, it's literally what happened in season. Next
episode, the Gorn is killing everyone.
Yeah. And it's like... it's like we invent a holodeck with hilarious results, just, but, this was a fun, they're getting trickier as I'm feeling Star Trek become more serialized, like from the jump from mid-season, TNG to DS9. I mean, obviously we know DS9 has a way more threads, but it actually wasn't as difficult as I was expecting it to be. Maybe because we picked season 4 instead of season like 6 or 7, which is way deeper in the plot is rolling and you kind of have to keep things. Sorry, Zial. Sorry, Kira's love. Sorry, lots of things as we
love.
just
You don't even know his name. That's funny.
Well, but I mean,
Yeah, no, I know.
That's fine. We got no time for that. We got a new character. Really, what happened, Philip, is we got a new character. We have to have episodes about that character now. So sorry, having any more information about past characters. Those are done.
Yeah. Morn will no longer have his episode.
Well, in this case, it's kind of more like Jadzia's not having episodes anymore unless they're with Worf. So, but it all works out. All right. Well, that was another fun chopping block episode with DS9. We'll probably come back to a couple other seasons and shows later on, unless I come up with better topics. But Philip, if someone wanted to find you to pick your brain about why Little Green Men should have been the season opener for quite a twist, where would they find you?
They can find 10 of me on Instagram at CAPTSFUFP.
And Daniel, if someone wanted you to rank all of your favorite courtroom dramas on Star Trek, where would they find you?
Oh boy, they can find me at One Up Dan. That's the number one, not the word, as in you won't believe what number one is.
So Darren
is it the drumhead? No.
Is coming out next in your Darren issued DVD special Star Trek collections, The Trial, the courtroom episodes of Star Trek.
I mean, there's actually quite a few. There's like Court Martial in TOS.
Yeah.
There's
Menagerie.
There's the Menagerie.
Oh yeah.
Which is a little more backstory-ish than I'd want, but it does count. We had Rules of Engagement. We have the Drumhead from TNG, Matter of Perspective. I mean, there's enough, guys, to make a DVD fan collection of trial episodes.
Strange New Worlds one. There's the Strange New Worlds one about number
one. The second episode. There's Voyager Q2 is kind of a
Death
trial
Wish.
episode. Death Wish. Sorry, not Q2, but has the second Q in it. And there's even what was it? Oh gosh, TNG. Daniel's favorite character. Why am I blanking?
Oh, the
Devil's Due. Devil's Due.
Yeah,
That's definitely a courtroom. I mean, Data's as judge. You can't lose with Data as judge.
Star Trek 6 would count. That has a trial in it. It's very short, but it's there.
True. I'm trying to think. Enterprise probably
the Klingon
probably
episode.
has something.
With
Gotta be a little more specific there.
basically Star Trek 6 again with Archer and Klingon trial.
Oh, that's right. That's in the middle of the forehead arc, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Duras.
around that time. Yes.
No, it's early. It's season 2. I think it's
we love
early.
a good courtroom drama in our Star Trek. So, all right. Well, if someone wanted to find me and have me fully list all of the courtroom dramas in Star Trek, they can go to drsci-fi.com, DRSCIFI. I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Daniel LaPrue.
Stranded here, talking Star Trek on City Alpha 3.